and welcome to the Messy Bookshelf. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm going to be doing my BookTube wrap-up. So BookTube was this week from August 3rd to August 9th, and I had actually a fantastic readathon. Normally I don't do too well. I usually do really well the first few days, and then I kind of ticker off in the last part of the week. But this Booktube-a-thon was actually fantastic. I managed to read my entire TBR in 6 days, which is pretty fantastic. So I'm just going to jump right into the books and discuss what challenges I completed and how long these books took me to read. The first book I picked up was for the Read Someone Else's Favorite Book challenge, and this was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I started this book on Monday. I figured since it is the thickest book that I had to read during this readathon, that I would start it first just to get it out of the way. And it took me 3 days to read this. I started it Monday morning after I woke up because I had work that morning, and I read it all day Monday, all day Tuesday, and then I finished it Wednesday night. And I absolutely adored this book, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. The next book was for the challenge Read a Book You Really Want to Read, and I chose Philosophy by a Graphic Guide. This is the Introducing series by Dave Robinson and Judy Groves. So I started this also on Monday. On Monday and Tuesday I read a little bit of this each night before going to bed just to give myself a break from To Kill a Mockingbird. And then on Thursday, once I had To Kill a Mockingbird finished, I wrapped this book up and I gave it 4 stars. The next book I chose for the challenge of Read a Book where the author has the same first letter of their last name as you, and I chose Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. This book was probably the real disappointment of the Booktube-a-thon. I really didn't enjoy this book, and to be honest, I kind of just skimmed through it. I did read the entire book, so that's why I'm counting it as reading it. But I listened to the first 5 chapters, and I just found the main character really annoying, and then when I picked up the physical book to actually sit down and read it, he just wasn't getting any better in my opinion. So I decided to just skim through it. I basically read the first line and the conversations in each chapter. So I did read quite a bit of this book, but I just didn't like it. It had a really good message, and I can understand why it's taught in some schools and why a lot of people liked reading it when they were younger. But as a 24-year-old, it wasn't exactly for me. So I only gave this book 3 stars. The next book I chose for the challenge, Read a Book with Blue on the cover, and that is The Reason I Jump by Naoki Higashida. This book was fantastic. It was so amazing to just get into the mind of someone who has autism and what they deal with every day and why they do certain things, because this book was basically just questions being answered, questions that us normals have that have been able to be answered until now. I gave this 5 stars, and I read this on Friday. The next book I read for the challenge to read a book without letting go, and that is Saga number 30. I don't actually have a physical version of it because I read it on my iPad. So I just held onto my iPad the entire time and I didn't let it go. It took me about, I'd say maybe 20 minutes to read, maybe not even. It's a really good series, and it was the final one for this round. So they're on hiatus now, and I'm so sad because it was such a good run. I really enjoyed the series. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, as I always do. You should definitely check it out if you haven't already. The next book was for the challenge Read the Last Book You Acquired, and this was the second last book I acquired because I had already read the last book I acquired before Booktube-a-thon. So I read Russell Brand's Trickster Tales, The Pied Piper of Hamelin, illustrated by Chris Little. This was okay. It was a quick read. It was okay. it wasn't anything special. I can kind of understand now why they never continued on with the series, because the story was kind of bland. I didn't really care about anything. What I did love about this book was the artwork. The artwork was actually fantastic, and I just really enjoyed the pictures in this book. So I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. So the 7th book that I read this week was for the Read 7 books in this week. And for that challenge, I chose The Walking Dead because it was short and sweet and it gave me a reason to read it. And honestly, I'm glad that I read it during this week because it was exactly what I was expecting, which was didn't really enjoy it. I kind of found it boring. I'm not a fan of the show, so I can understand why fans of the show would really enjoy it. I understand that's probably really different from the show, but I just didn't really care about any of the characters, and I didn't feel connected to the story, which I love zombie stuff, so I'm just not really on the Walking Dead train, I guess. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I probably won't be continuing on with this series at all. And since I'm filming this on Sunday, I'm actually in the middle of another graphic novel, which I very well may get finished tonight, so I'm going to include it in this video, and that is Fahrenheit 451 it's originally by Ray Bradbury. You probably read this in high school, but this version, the authorized graphic novel adaptation, is by Tim Hamilton. It even has an introduction by Ray Bradbury, which is pretty cool. I'm about 2/3 of the way through it, so I only have like 50 pages left. I'm really enjoying it. I totally forgot how much of a meanie his wife is and how annoying she is, so it's really interesting getting to experience this again in a different form. And I expect this would probably be a 4 out of 5 stars as of right now. It may change, but as of right now it is going to be a 4 out of 5 stars because it's just not the same as the book. The book is like 5 out of 5 for me, and obviously we're not getting the same out of this, but it's a pretty well done, good job. I'd be leaning more towards 4.5 than 4. So these are all the books that I read during Booktube-a-thon. I think this is a fantastic week of reading for me. I can only expect even more great things from this month as going on. I will see you next time with my August TBR. Bye!